the field. From the ice to the turf, we'll break it down. Discussing every win and every loss in town. We'll talk about the Canucks and the Lions. We are your irrational fans. We are your irrational fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 125 of the Hughes Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jake Hughes, alongside the old man. Old man, how the hell are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
I feel like I'm not as nearly as untouchable as you are.
Look at this. How can I not be good? I'm sitting in the middle of Cypress Hills Interprovincial Park. I'm on the Saskatchewan side, and man, it's beautiful here. Whew. Just
I was going to say
gorgeous.
the only thing that could be like make that bad is if like there was a bear that just walked up out of the background to get you. That'd be the only
that
thing
would be
that would
bad. Now you got me
That'd be the
looking
worst.
behind me. This
You're
morning,
welcome.
the trailer's right there, and this morning, like right here, were 3 deer, Mama and her 2 little fawns, and they were just chewing on the grass. It was just perfect. It's been good. Been good.
Well,
I
that's
was told
good.
I had to rest my ankles, so I have my ankle up. I've got some painkillers going, and life is good.
But you know what I do notice that you're missing?
What?
Can you take a sip of your drink again?
Well, I'm not at home. He's at home. I know you
Yes,
miss
he's
him.
not.
I thought about it today, and I was like, Jake,
A true mascot would never miss a game.
but you won't let him be mascot, so he's hurt.
But how can he be our mascot if he's not even willing to show up to earn the job?
Well, that's more my fault than his fault. I left him at home.
What? So you're just giving up on him being our mascot. That's got it.
Well, you've kind of kiboshed the idea, like without even.
I've
having a
kiboshed a
vote.
lot of ideas on this show, and they just keep going anyways. So
True enough. We'll be
um,
back next week. I promise. All
right.
the. I couldn't think of the word. All the Toucan fans will be happy once again.
the Toucan fans.
The Toucan fans. The Toucan fans. Oh, the Toucan fans.
I'm trying to transition this into like a serious topic, and I don't think I can.
Oh,
So
boy.
we're gonna take a breath here. Some sad news last week in the world of sports and entertainment. As everyone knows, we are huge WWE fans, but Hulk Hogan passed away quite suddenly. Although then hearing things today, not quite so suddenly, but
No,
just
he
kept
was-
very, very quietly.
Yeah, he was ill. He was there was a couple people reporting on it prior to,
Yeah.
but then there was all kinds of people saying this guy and that guy are lying. So nobody really knew what to expect. I was at the casino. Yeah, it was Thursday. I was at the casino when you messaged me, and I'm like, Jake, you're reading crap again. Stop it.
To be
And
fair,
I
when I
Googled
first read it, it was one of those unconfirmed Twitter accounts I was like, okay, like let's Google this. And as I Googled it, it started to pop up everywhere. I was like, oh, all right.
We called him the Immortal Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Geez. Let's forget about let's
The
just
human
talk
side of it.
let's just talk about the character of Hulk Hogan. If he isn't who he is and he doesn't do what he does, we don't have what we have. We don't have WrestleManias. I mean, they called WrestleMania because of Hulkamania, right? He is by far the greatest superstar ever in professional wrestling. Was he the greatest wrestler in ring? Of course not.
God, no.
But he was the greatest superstar sports entertainer that we've ever seen. And we've
I've
got,
seen it.
I mean, any fan, any wrestler, um, they've got to be taking their hat off to him, because without him, there isn't them,
Well,
right?
100%. And like, even everyone knows who Hulk Hogan is. Whether
Oh,
you've ever watched a wrestling match or you've never watched more than 30 seconds of anything WWE related, you know who Hulk Hogan is. That's how big he is, or
yes. I mean,
was.
well, in the 80s into the 90s, I mean, he was the like the ultimate entertainer, right? Going
Movie.
movies, TV appearances, TV shows, cartoons. It was
I mean,
just nonstop.
MTV. He was on
Yeah,
MTV with the Rock and Wrestling Connection. Like,
yeah.
so many things. Again, you look at his in-ring performance, and it's like his big move, his finishing move was a leg drop.
But the elevation he got on that leg drop was pretty
Oh
athletic
yeah,
for a big guy.
I mean, I mean,
Sometimes it looked like he was 6 feet in the air.
yeah, I mean, the advantage of having the camera is shooting up at an angle.
But I mean, you think of iconic wrestling moments. So many of them have Hulk Hogan in them.
Hogan
Right
Hogan
from
power
this,
slamming Andre.
that was, I mean, it was funny because I was listening to Busted Open and they were talking about it. And they made it like Andre had never been slammed before. And the funny thing is, Andre had been slammed many times in the previous, but never, it was never built up the way this was.
Well, and it was never like the entire story was built around. Well, no one's
Yes.
been able to do this because
Oh,
it
well,
didn't
and
happen.
nobody's ever beat him. Well, yeah, he
Well,
lost
and
a lot of matches.
No, but not in WWF.
No. Well,
At
even
the
in
time.
WWF. Even, well, it would
No,
be WWWF, right?
of
Um,
course.
but then you think of other iconic moments. You think of the NWO when the third man, who's the third man? I mean, that was my era. That was when wrestling was freaking mainstream, or became mainstream, and everybody was doing the NWO for life. Oh, sorry, for life, right? And Too Sweet. I mean, it was huge. They ripped that gimmick off, but it was huge, right? Everything wrestling revolved around Hogan, and he'll
Yeah.
be missed. He'll be missed. Was he the greatest person in the world? I don't know. I never met him. Did he make mistakes along his life? I'm sure he did. So have I. I'm
I was
60
gonna say,
years old. If
everyone
somebody
has, and
60 says they haven't made mistakes, they're lying to you.
I was going to say something controversial, but I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
No,
What do you mean?
100%. Like, there's, you can remove the person from the persona,
Yes.
despite the fact that Hulk Hogan, when he was in public, lived the persona. He was
Yes.
like the personification of it's on 24/7 when you're in public.
There's two people that you think of as on the Mount Rushmore, if you will, of wrestling, and Hogan number one, Ric Flair number two.
Yep.
Right, they're cemented in there, so to speak. And both lived their character 24/7.
Yep.
Right, Flair still is living his character 24/7.
So if I ever told you that Hulk Hogan would outlive Ric Flair in any world, would you have ever believed me 10 years
No,
ago?
you mean the other way around. If Ric Flair would outlive Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not in a million years.
Like, no, there's no way that, like,
again, heart attack, respiratory illness of some kind.
well, and he was coming off of a neck surgery as well.
Yeah, it goes back to like so many wrestlers of his era and the steroids they all took, and how incredibly harmful it has been and will be to their bodies as they go forward.
Yep. And thankfully we're not in that era anymore. We've got
Yes,
drug testing in place, and I mean, just the general vibe of the guys who are the top talents in wrestling is
exactly.
they're not going out and partying and styling and profiling until 4:00 in the morning and doing it 360 days a year.
Well, right. Yeah, that's what
They're
they. I
doing
mean, 300 minimum, right?
yeah.
They
Well,
would wrestle 300 days a year.
if you ask Hogan, one year he ended up doing 400 days of wrestling.
Yeah,
Legitimately, a quote from him.
maybe it was 400 matches.
No, he said 400. No, he. They asked him to clarify, and he's like, "Well, because of all the flying to Japan, I ended up adding days to the year."
Oh,
Okay, brother.
okay, brother. All I'm going to say to close it up is wrestling wouldn't be what it is. I wouldn't have been as huge of a fan, which in turn means you wouldn't have been as huge of a fan if it wasn't for the Hulksters. So thanks, Hulk. And I know you're where you're supposed to be. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Well, then moving on from that, another less serious but injury related in the world of CFL.
Whew, too many injuries in the CFL seems like, but it's not. It's
the same. I'm sure if we looked up the numbers, it's the same as every year. It's just, and
Or
every year
less.
we have the same conversation.
Yes, exactly.
Vernon Adams Jr. is out. PJ Walker is announced as the starter for the Stamps. He suffered the injury in the third quarter of the game against Montreal in Week 8 and did not return. And we do have the clip. Do we want to show the clip before we talk about the injury?
Yeah, let's show everybody the clip.
Let's go here. If you're not watching, I will not have the sound on, so I'll describe what's happening here because we don't want to get completely removed from the YouTube. Is that? Let me know when that's up.
Yeah, make it big.
That's as big as it can go.
Oh, okay.
Unless we do this. Yeah, let's
There
do
we
that.
go. That works.
There we go. And get rid of that. So on the screen here, you'll see. I don't know if you can see my mouse. It doesn't look like you can.
Yeah,
you can.
you can.
He's gonna come around this side here as 91's coming to get him. He's gonna peel out this way and take the ball and just put his head down. So let's watch it through here.
So really, when you look at it, and I've looked at it a few times now, not a dirty hit.
No.
As I've seen other podcasters and reporters have said, is our quarterbacks need to frickin' learn how to hook slide. Like to go in head first like that isn't good. You're
No.
asking for trouble because you're opening yourself up to be hit, and it's not the defense. Their job is to hit you.
Yeah,
as hard
and
as
if
they can legally.
If
right?
that hit happens and you're going to hook slide, that's a completely different conversation we're having.
Oh yeah, no, he wasn't trying to hook slide. He was trying to get extra yards.
Which is how much of a competitor, and we talked about it before. That's how much of a competitor Vernon Adams Jr. is.
But that's being selfish in my books, and I'll explain why. You're now out, and PJ Walker has to come in. No, I don't know. Has he ever started a game in the CFL? I don't think he has.
I don't think so. I think he's brand new to the league.
Yeah, I believe
he
so.
was
in the NFL, was he not?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So
yeah, he's brand new to the league here. So he's
when you do stuff like that, and people say, "Oh, he's such a competitor, and he's trying so hard." Yeah, but you're being selfish.
Yeah,
you're not looking out for your team. You're the team. Without a healthy VA, how good is Calgary? We don't know yet. We don't know what PJ Walker can do in this league. We always talk about how the league needs to protect quarterbacks. Well, quarterbacks need to protect themselves too. 100%. And I've seen it too many times this year where they're just trying to get that extra yard. I'm sorry, the yard isn't worth it. Go down. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't wish anybody harm, obviously. But hopefully he's not out long, because it's the league's better off with a healthy VA, and obviously Calgary's better off with a healthy VA. So it'll be interesting to see. It's how long is he going to be out? It's a concussion, obviously. That's why we're talking. And
they haven't officially said it's concussion.
No, well, they don't. And
he's only on the one. He's only on the 1-game injury list,
Yeah, they haven't put him on 6 weeks, so which is a good thing,
which
right?
to me is a sign that maybe it's maybe a lighter concussion or maybe a shoulder injury.
I hope
Because
it's
a
not a
brunt of that,
shoulder.
yeah, depending on the type of shoulder injury. If
Easy
it's just
for you
something,
to say.
yeah, apparently, and I'm the one who's sober.
Are you saying I'm not sober? How dare you make these innuendos?
I feel like I didn't make an innuendo. I think I've just played it up very bluntly there.
Huh.
Because there wasn't direct contact with his head.
No, but it,
Like, and
it
I
looked
know,
like his head might have bounced.
and it might have been that because when he got up, he seemed woozy. So that's
Yeah,
where initially everyone's like, okay, it's going to be a concussion.
I'm
But
pretty sure it's head injury. The way
going,
the way he, oh my goodness, I'm being eaten alive out here. The way he, when he got up and he did the whole,
yeah, to me that's a head injury.
that's a head injury to me. So
Yeah. Going back to PJ Walker here, he had 9 starts in the NFL, 5 wins, 4 losses, 54.6% passing, 2,000 yards.
okay, well, it'd be
So,
interesting to see. Like, you get a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL, who you think would be able to come up here and do wonders, but
yeah,
it's a different game with a wider field. It's totally a different. Now he's had a long time to get used to the game. It wasn't like they threw him in his first when he was first up here. He's sat behind probably one of the best in Vernon Adams, and he has Vernon in his ear going into this game and throughout the game. So
plus also Dave Dickinson, head coach,
and
who's
probably one of the best to ever play the game in Dickinson. So it'll be interesting.
who came up from
It's
the
definitely
States,
a
right?
game I'm going to be paying attention to for sure.
And that is tomorrow's game. So,
Yes.
now this second point here I have on the rundown. Do we want to talk about that now, or do we want to talk about the games that happened and then talk about it when we get to the Lions game?
Let's talk about it when we get there.
So let's talk about the week that was in the CFL. I'm going to be basically useless when it comes to anything except for the fourth quarter of the last game, as I was out at a wedding in Creston. I'm not always useless.
Did I say that?
No, you had your finger up and you were looking around, waiting for your point to jump in and interrupt me to say, like, again, that you're carrying the show.
Well, everybody listening knows that
Well,
it's not a secret.
I mean, we've done 125 of these shows, and I would say of that, the 5 that you've had to carry have been good.
Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I just look at the mic, I look back at you, and I'm like, why? How did I put up with you for 125 episodes? Your mom told me I had to humor you. So, let's start. What game was first?
The first game was the game we were just talking about, the Montreal Alouettes taking on the Calgary Stampeders in Calgary. And after that injury, the Alouettes complete the comeback by winning by a score of 23-21.
And in CFL fashion. I mean, less than a minute to go. And see, there's your mom. Don't pick on my boy. She doesn't even say my, but we won't say what she said. It's kind of weird. In typical CFL fashion, under a minute to go, and the Stamps kick, I think it was a 57 or a 58-yard field goal to take a 1-point lead, or the Ls do. And not a walk-off field goal, but I think the Stamps had something like 29 seconds left on the clock after that. So another fun game. I didn't get to watch the whole game. I did watch the highlights of this one, and it was just a fun game. So good for the CFL. This is the kind of game where you want these are the games you want people who haven't watched the CFL to watch, because it was just fun.
Yeah, and you've got like the Owls are doing well this year. The Stamps are doing well this year until VA goes out. Obviously, you had two of the
Well,
better quarterbacks in the league.
yeah,
Like you're going to get good games out of just looking at it on paper. If there was any
exactly.
game out of this week that would tell people to watch who'd never watched before, it'd be this one just based off of those factors.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
And then we have the Friday night game, the Elks taking on the Riders, and the Riders squeaking out one by a score of 21-18 at home.
So I'm sitting in Rider territory. So
Just got to get a little quiet here, folks.
I'm going to lean closer to the mic so they don't come after me. The exact opposite of the game that we just talked about. Not a good game.
I have a question here, and it's completely just based off of complete vibes. When Luke Wilson goes to a game, does he just ruin the vibes? Because it feels like every Friday night game is just the sloppiest game.
Oh, it's just, what was there? 8 turnovers? I think I think the Elks turned the ball over 8 times, I believe.
Oh,
I don't have my notes with me, but it was insane. It was just one of those games where you go, oh my. Oh my. Not a good game. We whisper here.
Only 2 fumbles.
Oh, okay.
Only 2 fumbles.
Which one? Oh, it was a different game. Which game was it? There was one game where it was 8 turnovers.
Let me
Might be the next game.
Wasn't this game? Might be the next game.
So,
or was it the Lions game?
21-8. It wasn't Lions game. 21-18. Not a good game.
And it looks like I didn't watch any of the games. I watched very few of the highlights, just how busy I am. It was the Bomber Argonaut game.
Yes.
That had the bunch of turnovers. But it looks like the Riders kind of had a 21-4 lead until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And just let the Elks kind of catch up. As it seems to happen with the Elks, it always looks like they're in competitive games until you actually break it down.
Well, it was such a boring game. I turned it off. With like
that has to be pretty bad for you to turn it off.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, halfway through the fourth, I think, and I went back to watching Curse of Oak Island, which I binged 25 seasons or 25 episodes in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
it wasn't the Elks are in trouble. They need, I don't know what they need. I mean,
they need another year.
Because Fajardo, he didn't turn it around. I don't know what they need a year. I've talked to Rod Peterson at length about this one, and he's a big believer is when you change coaches, especially defensive coordinators or offensive coordinators, they need time. Things don't happen overnight. So Elks, Lions, I mean, you can see it. There's no denying it.
Yeah. Again, it was one of those games where everything I saw on Twitter, because I was checking it, was that it's a game.
It's a game.
It's a game that happened. We don't have to talk about it anymore, but it's a game that happened.
Zach, if you ever get a chance, Zach, you sit with your parents and you watch The Curse of Oak Island. It's one of the greatest shows ever put on TV.
Why? So
and I'm only going to give them one more season. If they don't find the treasure next year,
that for
I'm
15
done.
years. How many? Wasn't the island dead at one point? Like it completely flooded? Nah, we're not getting on that tangent. However, we are moving on to the Saturday night game, the game that I saw 0 of, and it doesn't look like it was a pretty game. Was the Winnipeg Blue Bombers going into Toronto and losing by a score of 31-17.
Rod Peterson, I hope you're watching. This is what you call motorboating. The Argos motorboated the Bombers.
No, that is not motorboating. What
Rod tried to say that the Riders motorboated BC last week, and I was like, or the week before, and I was like, that's not motorboating. Come on. He knows better than that. He was trying to get my goat live on air, and he didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah, from the sounds of it,
I'm calm, cool, and collected.
Yes, us Hugheses, the innovator of the irrational fan, calm, cool, and collected.
So once again, Zach Collaros goes out in the fourth quarter. I haven't seen or read anything whether what the injury was. Was it an injury? Was it a case of he just wasn't? He's old. We said at the beginning of the season that whole team is old. They're not what they used to be. That's for sure. Wasn't a horrible game, but it wasn't. I mean, it was better than the Saskatchewan game. I gotta say that quietly. It was better than the Saskatchewan game.
Can you say that though? Because when you look at the stats here, and you've got two interceptions, 2 fumbles, and 3 turnover on downs from one team. Was it better, or was there just more scoring?
It was just more fun to watch. I don't know.
Yeah, he's ruled out.
I thought you were getting a message there. You're like,
this just in. Zach Collaros has been ruled out on Friday's game.
He has been.
Yeah, 3 hours ago was.
Oh, okay.
When this news got posted. So
then we've got Strevler coming in. I mean, can the Bombers win with him? I think so. I mean, he's their future.
Is he young?
I don't think he's that young. He's been around. It feels like he's been around forever, though.
Yeah, no, he's 30. Like,
okay.
He's already pushing it to get a crack at starting, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. He's like Stevens from Calgary now with Saskatchewan, the ultimate short yardage quarterback.
Yep, and seems to be perfectly happy in that role where he's like, and I mean, you're behind Collaros and you're Vernon Adams Jr. Like, there's not a lot of upward movement in those, or not
exactly
behind Harris.
Yeah, Harris now. Yeah.
He
was behind
Meyer, which I think was a mistake.
Well, behind Myers and behind Bo. So,
speaking of Bo, his Tiger Cats come into BC Place Stadium and win by a score of 37-33. As they put here, Lions just not good enough.
They're up by 10.
Yep.
3 minutes to go.
Yep.
How do you lose? It just baffles me. They find a new way to lose.
They gave the game away. It wasn't, and we're going to get into something, and I want it to be very clear, and I'm stating it now. What I'm going to rant about did not affect the fact that the Lions lost.
Well, it kind of did. And not the one call, but the missed offside.
Let me see if I can find that
in a position. You put yourself in position to have one call against you, and it cost you the game.
Wally Bono used to say it all the time.
Yes.
You can't blame the refs if you're the one who put yourself in that situation. Where was
it's funny? Bo Levi's racking up all kinds of records.
Yeah.
Yet he's not accurate over 30 yards. We know that.
It's crazy.
Everybody in the league knows that.
Yeah.
So what do? We give him 10, 15 yards every freaking play.
But that's what's his name? Benavides. That's Benavides to the core for his defensive structure. That's what he does.
That would be crazy.
He sits back, especially when it's crunch time, and lets these guys throw the 10-yard pass and doesn't send anyone extra.
We have absolutely no pass rush, 0. Our front 4 can't stop. I could run through them. And I'm a 60-year-old fat man.
Well, at least you're honest with yourself.
I mean, I would get through them, and then the secondary would hit me, and I'd only be one play, but I'd get by those guys. Come on. This is getting embarrassing. It's sorry, I'm having issues lining this up. Well, what else is new? It is absolutely, positively getting to the point now where
Someone's got to get fired.
Well, and Farhan kind of calmed me down after the game with his 10-minute dialogue that he always puts out, or whatever it's called. If you haven't watched, if you're a Lions fan, go and subscribe to Farhan's Twitter, X. He does a 10-minute
Sometimes
vlog.
longer.
Yeah, about 10 minutes vlog on the game. And he's obviously, he does it as a BC Lions fan, because let's face it, he is a BC Lions fan.
Yeah.
And he calmed me down somewhat, but I still, we should be better than we are, than what our records show. You look at who we have. We have Bats on our front. Like, come on.
But he has not been this.
We have
Betts has not been this. Betts has not been the same since he came back from the.
Say that again.
Betts has not been the same since he left for the NFL and came back.
So many Canadian players that played this game and then went down to the CFL, especially linemen, went down to the NFL and then came back to the CFL and haven't been able to continue what they had. It's weird. We don't know what causes it. Whether it's the yard? I don't know.
Is it that, or is it something mental where when they're making that name for themselves, there's a lot of, oh, well, you could go down to the NFL, like you keep that up. And it's like, not saying they're not trying, they're still trying, but it's that mental, hey, yeah, I've got a chance to still make it. I've still got a chance to make it. And then you don't, and you come back and you're like, well, this is as high as level as I'm going to be.
Could
right? Be. Sports is very much a mental game a lot of the time.
Yeah, definitely.
But this was the offsides you were talking about. I have it here. Is it that one? No, it's this one. So we have it here. I'm going to do what I did last time. Perfect. Get rid of this. So if you watch where my mouse is circling, these guys right here, this guy specifically. Again, in the CFL, you have that 1 yard. So the ball is here. So you have 1 yard. And you can see it's right on the...
You can't encroach on that 1 yard.
You can.
Watch.
You can encroach on that 1 yard. You can go, as long as the defense doesn't break it and gets back on side, that is completely legal.
Yes, but you can't be inside the 1 yard.
Yes. So let's play this here. Now, watch the ball. It's very quick because this is a highlights, so it's not the whole play, like the whole windup. This is right as the snap is happening.
Yeah, offside. They were offside. It was obvious. Go back.
That ball's gone. That ball's moved.
And he's moved.
He hasn't. Look at
he's forward.
The ball's gone, meaning
still there.
No, as soon as that ball moves, you can react.
You're the only person I've heard that has said it wasn't offside. Every single announcer, every single pundit, every professional said it was offside.
I'm just going by what I saw. And again, when it first happened, I said, yes. Looking back at it, it's hard to tell if they broke the plane.
It broke the plane. 100%.
I am not as adamant as you are on that one.
You need to look at the different angles. Broke the plane.
And we don't have those extra angles, unfortunately. Yes. I'd love it if the CFL gave us access to some of those things that I know is out there, where I can get a reverse angle of that and slow it down frame by frame.
It would be good.
I would love it. I think it would be fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah.
This next play, however, this is the one where I said we should talk about it and talk about it when we're talking about the game. So again, I want to preface this by saying this did not cost the Lions the game.
No.
Look at where they are. It's first and goal from the 2 yard line. There's an 89.9% chance that they're scoring on this no matter what. But how is that?
But they might kick a field goal.
Correct. They're scoring. They might be able to kick a field goal.
Yes.
Now, this play happens, and I lose it instantly because I see where the flag is thrown from. So let's just watch the play. It'll be down in this bottom left corner when it happens. And I want other people to tell me if I'm losing it and we're losing it because we're irrational, or if this was a horrible call. I'm just going to let the play run. Ball. And then the flag comes.
Just horrible.
So I'm putting that on mute so I can talk over it without confusing myself. Hladik is confused because he's like, I didn't touch him.
No. Their feet.
He's walking back being like, I don't even see where their feet touched.
If you watch the highlight, they're like, if you watch it in slow motion, you can see their feet kind of tangled together.
I think we get the replay angle here.
Yeah. Watch their feet. Watch their foot. See right there. It's not even feet touched.
He literally
we wasted our challenge. So we couldn't challenge that. If that gets challenged, it's overturned.
I don't think it is because of the stupid accidental pass interference. That needs to be removed from the goddamn game.
Didn't touch him.
It's absolutely ridiculous to me that is a pass interference call.
Yeah.
And I said it at the time it happened, and Zach can probably agree with me here. If that type of call happened at a high school game, I'm running over to whoever threw that flag and I'm saying that better not be pass interference. Otherwise, you have to prove to me that they touched.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting right there and I don't see it. To me, that is if you're calling that pass interference, just don't touch receivers then. You're not allowed to touch receivers ever. You can't blow on them. They're bubble wrap princesses like they think they are.
It's insane. And again, it doesn't cost them a game.
No.
But they get 7 points there.
Yes. They then get 3 more cracks. They've only got 2. They've only got 1 more crack at the end zone from the 2-yard line if that play stands as incomplete.
Do they kick a field goal? It's a 4-point difference now. What was the score in that game?
Yeah. Right? It literally you go into overtime.
Yes, it changes the game.
It does. I still think that the way the lines were playing, that the Tiger Cats find a way to score.
Oh, maybe. We don't know.
Yeah.
That's where
I always thought after the 3-minute warning that everything was reviewed by the booth upstairs. The amount of times we slow the game down for reviews and we don't slow it down for that.
And that's what I was just going to say. The eye in the sky has to step in there and correct the call. If we're going to have that type of reviews, then use it for everything, not just when it. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I love this league. And I have ranted and raved about refs for way too long. Go back to Jake Ireland, who absolutely despised the BC Lions and wasn't shy about saying it, and was still allowed to be a ref during those games. Unless if they locked feet, I'd call it, but it will depend on whether amateur rule is on accidental pass interference.
So what he's saying is if their feet got locked up, which is what the rule is in the amateur level,
yes.
If your feet get locked up, if I accidentally kick you, that's not an interference.
No. And I mean, their feet didn't even touch. You could clearly see in that replay.
Yeah.
It wasn't pass interference. Why it wasn't reviewed upstairs, I don't know. It's frustrating.
Especially in a game that close.
But I mean, we bitch about the CFL and we say, the CFL refs suck, blah, blah, blah. But you look at the NFL, they have horrible calls. You have NHL, we bitch about the horrible calls in the NHL. I mean, when you're having humans call a game, you're going to have horrible calls. Humans we can make errors. So,
and the thing I think the difference though is that not the NFL, because I don't follow it close enough. The NHL is bringing in steps to help correct those things that are erroneously missed. Yes. They're now able to say, hey, we don't know exactly what happened. We're going to call a 5-minute major so we can review it. And that's well within their rights to do it.
I mean, soccer's got it right. They review it, and if it's wrong, they blow the whistle, right?
They literally have an official that, like, of course, we have the eye in the sky in the replay booth. One official, when you're in footy or soccer, you sit in front of a screen and you watch everything and you say, nope, that's the wrong call. And you're
Yes.
constantly talking with the head referee and you're saying, blow that dead, bring the ball back here. Nope, that was
Yes.
offsides 5 seconds, like 20 seconds ago. We're going to bring it back. Offsides flag, put it up, and then we go back to where it is.
Exactly. I don't know the answer. I don't know how we're going to correct this in all sports, but my goodness, being the irrational fan is just so frustrating. But again, the Lions put themselves in this position by no pass rush, 0. And I don't mean just
you're running three guys, and you're dropping into zone.
You're allowing is he the oldest quarterback in the league? Am I right in saying that? I can't believe I just said that about Bo. I don't know.
Ooh.
You allowed him to run.
Vernon's older.
Okay. You allowed him to run. Bo doesn't run.
Mm-hmm.
And you allowed him to run the fucking ball. Come on. Hello. Come on, people. Like, we need to change something up. I'm not a big fan. Oh, fire the coach, fire this. I'm not a big fan of that. But man, we got to make some changes. And unfortunately, in the CFL, trades are out of the question. It's not something you do. So do we bring hopefully a player from the NFL that has not made the NFL and bring them back?
Or do you simply bench someone like a Betts and you put in someone who no one knows?
I don't know. I don't know the answer.
And I don't think there is one answer. I don't think if anyone knew the answer, it'd be the guys in that brain trust that is running the team.
Or maybe it's a case now of the players need to be accountable. And I've seen it before. We've seen it before where the players kick the coaches out of the room and they just have a meeting with the players.
Mm-hmm.
I remember years ago, Geroy Simon calling a meeting, kicked all the coaches out. And all he would say is, I had to remind these people what it means to play for this team. And he pointed to the BC Lions logo. And that's the kind of, I don't know, maybe that's what they need. They need an ass kicking, verbal ass kicking. And
but the problem,
I'm getting worried. It's too late this season.
Well, as bad as it sounds as an irrational fan, the nice thing is Kolaros is out.
Yes.
Vernon Adams Jr. is out. It gives us that we're on our bye week, so maybe this is when you can implement those changes.
And which team in the West won? Saskatchewan.
Yeah, the only team in the West to win.
Is it? Was it?
Yeah.
Calgary lost.
Lions lost. Bombers lost.
Did Calgary lose?
Yeah, to the Alouettes.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes, that's right. Yeah. So I went 1 for 3 this week.
Yeah, well, I was just going to get to that, but
we don't need to talk about that. Let's carry on.
No, because you know what it's time for? Everyone's favorite segment. Despite I know, stop being humble. Everyone loves this segment. It is time for the Old Man Predicts.
It's time for the Old Man Predictions. How well did he do? Do-do-da. Do-dee-do.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the Old Man Predicts. How well did he do? Do-dee-da. Do-dee-do. And this past week, as he previously mentioned, the Old Man went 1 win, 3 losses, giving him a record, a still a respectable record for how crazy the last few weeks have been, of 15 and 16.
That's a horrible record.
I think for the first time in a long time that you've actually had a losing record in the CFL.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm usually, and not to brag, but I'm usually at this time of the year, I would usually be 25 and 6.
Yeah. You're usually pretty good.
Yeah. It's insane. I can't pick it. Like, if I pick a team, they're going to lose.
So what you're saying is if someone bet the opposite of what you bet, they might have a chance.
Folks, you'd be rich.
But the problem is you usually get at least one. Meaning that if you parlay it, you're screwed no matter what.
Yes, exactly.
But this week, tomorrow, we have the Stampeders taking on the Ottawa Redblacks, in which, as mentioned before, PJ Walker is getting the starts. What was that?
I don't know.
What is your phone playing?
I
We're
don't
gonna have to
know.
mute you here.
I had to turn it down. I think it was what's his name from
So
the just random phone turning on again, Jake.
so
It's possessed. I'm telling you.
this is the first time I've ever seen this. The best available odds, because I use a website that kind of amalgamates all the sports books and gives you the best odds. Both teams are getting points in this game, according to different books. The probability, and I'm going to give you this because it is very close, 48% to 52% in the slight favor of the home team, the Ottawa Redblacks.
Really? I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll go with the Redblacks. I was gonna go with the Stamps, but I'm gonna go with the home team.
Redblacks taking it. And then we have on Friday night the rematch of the Toronto Argonauts going into Winnipeg, taking on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The Bombers are -3 on the point line.
Yeah, I think the Argos are gonna win this one. I don't think it's gonna be as close as people think. I think the Argos are gonna run up the score here.
I have a feeling that the announcement of Kolaros not starting has not yet hit the sports books.
Maybe.
Because you can get the Toronto Argonauts for 4.5 points.
Oh wow!
Hitting 4.5 points.
Yeah.
So that's wild to me.
Yeah.
And then Saturday we have a double header on Saturday.
Yeah, lots of double headers on Saturdays going forward now.
Love it.
This like week 9 doubleheader. It's not good for me. Week.
Well, I guess they start
10,
too early for you.
Yeah, week 11. Yeah, the rest
Probably
of the
from here on
rest
out.
of the season. Yeah.
And then we go to
NFL starting.
preseason maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But Saturday, August 2nd, we have the early game. The Hamilton Tiger Cats taking on the Edmonton Elks. The Tiger Cats are favored at -3.5 points.
The Tiger Cats are favored.
Favorites. Yeah.
By only -3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the Tiger Cats.
I'd be shocked if you took the Elks. But hey, every Elk has their day. And then we have the Saskatchewan Roughrider taking on the Montreal Alouettes in Montreal.
Game of the week, I might add. Game
Yes.
of the week.
The Riders. Go ahead.
Two of the best teams in the league right now.
And the Riders have a -2.5 points on the line.
Yeah.
A slight favorite, 58% implied odds that they will win.
You know, I've taken the Riders every single week.
To be fair, they have been your usual one win of the week.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick with it. I can't believe I'm sticking with it. And if they lose, it just makes me feel good that I picked them and they lost. So it's win-win.
That's fair. That's fair. So we have the Old Man Predicts this week, week 9 in the CFL. The Ottawa Redblacks, the Toronto Argonauts, the Hamilton Tiger Cats, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Meaning, again, only one Western team will be getting a win if the Old Man is correct.
And you notice we won't lose.
Because we are by. Meaning, hopefully something good can happen from this.
Yes, hopefully.
Ooh, Trent Lowe coming in right at the end of the show. You are learning, Old Man, because it's the game of the week and it's the run. It's hard for him to like. I'm glad you and him don't live super close together because I feel like he might be unbearable at this point in the season.
Oh my goodness. Have you seen who I'm with right now? She is almost perfect, except she's a Rider fan. Okay.
But yeah, anything else to cover on the show tonight?
Have you heard? Ellard went out also in the fourth quarter of the Stamps game. I have not heard if he's starting or what his injury status is.
Well, let's take a look because they put out their depth chart
Yeah.
today. So give me 1 second. I'm just pulling it up here. Thank you to CFL News for putting these out.
I've got it read from the stamps.
Jones, Rhymes, Brooks. It does look like Alfred is out and will not be
Okay.
playing.
Yeah, that's a big
Not
loss
even
for
a-
the Stamps.
And not even a game time decision. He is just out.
Charlie shows up right at the end of the podcast, and we get both Trent and Charlie, two of the oldest people we have watching.
Well, no, you're technically watching the show if you're on the show.
Well, no,
so-
Charlie says he's older than me, so
I don't know about that.
well, that's why he's not here every week. He has to nap.
Oh, that makes sense.
And Trent, he has to wait till his kids turn his computer on because
Yeah, but
he's not
Trent was
able-
also like that 20 years ago when we lived with him or near him.
we're with him. We never lived with
We
him.
never lived, well, in the hood with him.
Yes, Charlie, hit the like button, folks, and subscribe.
Ooh, one thing we didn't talk about, and maybe we should refrain from talking about before we wrap this up, is we talked about how great the Blue Jays were doing. Don't look at how great the Blue Jays are doing now.
Although they did win today.
Did they win today?
Yeah, they won today.
I haven't been. I started keeping up with it, and they started losing. So I said, "All right, back to what I normally do, and ignore them until the playoffs start." So, but yes, the best thing you can do right now, if you're watching live, is hit that like button, drop a comment in, let us know where you're watching from. If you're listening to this after the fact, that's also the best thing you can do. But the most important thing to do is share it with someone. Tell someone that you watch a show and share it with them, because that's the best way for us to grow and be able to get new listeners and let our idiocracy tickle their brain cells. Because
Idiocracy. Where did you come up with that from?
Idiocracy, it's actually a movie.
Holy crap. The sun just went down, so I can actually see myself on camera now because it was really dark before. And man,
You didn't realize-
I burned my forehead today.
Well, yeah, it looks. I wasn't going to mention it, but it does look like you're wearing a Riders jersey on your forehead. Not a Riders, a Stamps jersey. I'm losing it. Past my
And I'm-
bedtime.
And I'm the one drinking.
And
these
and I'm the sober one.
You got to stop doing the mushrooms before we come on air, Jake.
God,
not
could you
healthy.
imagine? Could you imagine how bad this show would be if
We should
took
do that
drugs beforehand?
one show when we're
No,
together.
we should not.
do some pills or something before we come on.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should be doing. YouTube, he's joking. Facebook, he's joking. We don't do drugs. You know what? Before he gets us canceled, somehow, I don't even know if we can get canceled, demonetized, deplatformed. I don't know what's going to happen here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back here next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday. Stay tuned to our socials to find out when. Goodbye. Peace.